So for those of you guys who don't know who I am, my name is Megan Lynch. I am part of a duo. My twin sister is Reagan Lynch, and we came together years ago, and God has told us so many things, right? But we really had to come together as a unit. And, you know, if you have brothers and sisters, sometimes it's a challenge to agree, but that is my womb mate, WOMB. We've been in the womb together, right? We were probably in there like tussling in the womb. But it's because we are so passionate. We are always doing passion projects, and I'm the one who's always out front, and I'm like, come on, Reagan, come along, right? And a lot of times Reagan has to drop what she's doing and she comes along. Right. I don't know if you guys know that my twin sister has had 3 open heart surgeries. So when she was a baby, she had an open heart surgery when she was 9. And then just a couple years ago, she had an open heart surgery as well. And then her passion project is Athletes Have Heart. So everybody in my family is an athlete, everybody, right? We've played at some of the highest levels. My nephews are in China and another place that I can't pronounce, making a lot of money, doing what they love. My first cousin is Jackie Young. She was the number 1 draft pick for the WNBA, and she won the championship at Notre Dame. And, you know, so our family, both my brothers were top 25 athletes when it comes to basketball and football. And so everybody knows us as an athletic family, right? But, you know, when I was in college and I lost my best friend to gun violence when I was 19, right? He was shot 8 times on my college campus, and myself and my friend Jason Wells that you guys got a chance to meet. He has a Y in his name. He's 6'9". He's a force. You can't miss him. We shared a best friend, and he was shot and killed. And honestly, that pain turned into purpose, right? If anybody understands what I'm talking about, just put a 1 in the chat, okay? And I'm not going to cry because it keeps messing up my makeup, and I don't feel like redoing my makeup. And Reagan and I are actually going to be have our own show on Roku. I'm kind of jumping ahead with 83 million people watching, right? Somebody type 83 million in the chat. I want you to understand what's happening. So from 19, losing my friend, until fast forward to becoming a teacher, fast forward learning how to do business with my sister, because God told us that we would lead the people like the new Moses and Aaron into the promised land, right? If we stayed together. Some of you guys may not want to hear this, and it's like, man, they're always talking about God, because it has to be that way. There has to be the order in it. Fast forward, I lost a student every single year. So in 2008, I decided to start a program called SOS, Saving Our Sons. And my students were getting killed. And then I had a young lady get killed by the name of Kola, and her brother was in my program, Trueness. I've been talking to him. Since 5 o'clock this morning, I've been talking to my young men who are now like real men, right? And they started the SOS, Saving Our Sons. And then I realized from SOS, I realized that they were entrepreneurs. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Talk to me in the chat, right? I just realized that a lot of my young boys who were getting shot and killed, like my best friend, who was a great person, but he chose the wrong product, if you know what I mean, and he was shot by the police 8 times when I was 19. And it stuck with me. And then I watched my young men and my young women go to jail or die in the streets. And God kept saying, it's you, like, I'm waiting on you. And then I realized that they were entrepreneurs. So I suited and booted them. I raised $8,000. I took them shopping. They were all dressed up. Everybody was looking at them and like admiring them and treating them like the kings that they are. Do you know what I mean? Somebody give me some nods. And as I was losing students, you know, there were a lot of students who I gravitated to. I have one that I just want to introduce him really quickly. He's like, what the heck? I haven't talked to him. And I called him at 5 o'clock this morning, and I'm calling all my boys because the Lord woke me up and was like, go get him. Because where we are right now, in 2 weeks, 8,000 people partnered in a company that they didn't even know the name to. I didn't even tell you guys the name of the company. You don't even know what the product is. All you know is the matrix. Everybody type matrix, right? And I've never seen the movie The Matrix all the way through, but I'm an English teacher. I can figure it out. And The Matrix, I guess, is like the red pill and the blue pill. Like, do you want to go down the rabbit hole and have knowledge? It's almost like the movie Lucy. That was my favorite movie. When you know stuff, right? They say when you know better, you do better. Or you want to like take the other pill and you want to stay in darkness. So I've been just sharing my heart with you guys, and 8,000 people have come in. And if you guys are in the Telegram, do you know, see how many people are coming in? Okay, put a 1 in the chat. Just say yes in the chat if you see how many people are coming in. 300 to 500 to 1,000 people a day, right? And then I thought I was going to save 1 million people, and God was like, I thought it was 88,000 people. And then God was like, you're going to reach 1 million. If one will chase 100 and 100 will chase 1,000, what could 1 million people do? So he woke me up this morning and he's like, go get them. So I've been talking to my young men who are now real men, right? And I'm doing it for them. Do you understand? Like, I've only been explaining the matrix to you guys, and every single one of you who understand the matrix without the product, right? Network marketing, I get it. Network marketing, you sell a product, you get paid, okay? But a lot of us have been in companies where we sell their product and we promote their vision, but they don't pay us. You know what I mean? So we build a partnership. Everybody type VYB in the chat, VYB, but it's about the why, right? It's about you. Do you understand? Like, vibe is a feeling, but it's really about you. I don't know what you guys' story is, but I'm going to write a book about it. I wrote my own story and I'm going to give it to you today, right, later on tonight. So you can read it. So I don't have to keep telling my story. You can read it. And then I want to know what your story is, and I'm going to write it and I'm going to compile it in the Vibe Chronicles, like Freedom Writers Diaries. So I can understand your trauma and your pain, but do you understand that pain can turn to purpose if you allow it? You have to be in the spirit of allowing, though. And a lot of people aren't. They just think people are crazy. But all of you guys thought Elon Musk was crazy, but then he did PayPal. And then he offered $20 to refer, and 100,000 people came in. Now Elon Musk is like, I'm going to go to Mars. And everybody's like, okay, because we know he has the money to do it if he wants to go to Mars or wherever. People think I'm crazy right now until February 17th when the matrix opens. And you're going to know I'm not crazy. And a lot of people need money. The number one reason why people get divorced is not adultery. It's not anything else. It's finances. Did you guys know that? And then we're all out of order. Like, God is not first. Our families are broken. The men are out of the house. There are a ton of people on assistance and welfare. But did you know that if you are on welfare, you can't have a man in the house? Isn't that crazy? So let me circle back around, because we're going to talk money really quickly, but I want to introduce you to 3 people real fast to the Vibe Tribe, right? I want to introduce you to the pastor, my new pastor, who I didn't even know a week ago, and he called and he was like, I got to pray over your business. This is the one. I don't even know you. This is the one. And you can't do it this time without God, because February 17th is my son's birthday. And all of you guys stand to make a ton of income. Quick disclaimer, because my lawyers have lawyers and my compliance person is a lawyer. So past profits don't predict future gains. I know you do nothing, you get nothing. But we are doing something. We're pre-launching. We're just gathering the people. So I want to introduce you to my pastor. I told him 1 minute because you know I'm long-winded. Pastors are long-winded. I also want to introduce you to another gentleman that called me in the middle of the morning out of the blue. He's going to take 1 minute. And then I'm going to introduce you to one of my young men from SOS, Saving Our Sons. But he's grown now with a family and kids. And then I'm going to explain the matrix, and I need you to run as fast as you can. Then at 5 o'clock, Reagan and I are going to be speaking with a gentleman who owns a TV station on Roku. 83 million people, my sister and I are going to be under. And guess what we're going to be talking about? Vibe and you, right? And the matrix is going to fill up and you're in it, okay?